if you can get your hands doing some interesting stuff, it really, I think it's the only production value we can really have on these.
This feels like a 90s video.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very much like a Stone Temple Pilot video. This is pretty much what the show's like. It's not going to get much more entertaining than this. Pretty much this the whole way through. Just sort of us, sitting, kind of having a conversation, but it's just really making it seem like we're waiting for something. And, but just that thing never happens. It's just us waiting. It's a pretty good show. Yeah, it is. The stakes are relatively low.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, Gary. Ready to go?
You talk about how many executives are watching our show?
Oh, I liked your porno movie, by the way, you guys.
Oh.
Graham, I'll explain that some other time.
Uh-oh.
It's worse than it sounds.
Everybody just be yourself, have fun with it. Did Rob say that?
No, I said to try to be like big phonies and put on airs. Should I not have said that?
Episode 10, right?
Episode 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, episode 10. Give yourselves a round of applause.
And
we made it.
We made it. Oh man, can you believe that we've made it to 10 episodes, Gary? I remember when we first started this, people said, no way these guys get to episode 3. But we did.
And if it weren't for a lucrative bailout, this show would not have its legs that it has today, because our production value is very high. We spend about, it's maybe 200 grand an episode just on, various, as you can see, dummies behind me that I need at all times to feel comfortable as a performer. Rob only feels surrounded by good windows and scenic distractions.
This is first-rate real estate here in Boston. Real estate is very expensive. This is we're right on Center Street in Jamaica Plain. This isn't even my apartment. I just rent it out to do the show, which I should just do it at my house. But I just think that just look at this backdrop. It looks amazing. It's
and Rob,
I edit too, and I have very strict dietary restrictions. And in general, I'm a vegan, but when I'm editing, I eat only caviar, which is fish eggs. Very expensive. And each episode takes about 12 hours. That's not an exaggeration to edit. So I'm wasting my life.
No, it's fine because it's not me doing the work. We have more show than we can hold today. Packed lineup. We had to bump several celebrities.
You were thinking on your feet. You thought in advance with this, and you knew that this show might end up a little bit overbooked, and so you did book a comic from New York who, of course, backed out at the last minute. So thank you for doing that.
We looked at a list of people, and I said, who's a lady that I can depend on? And that's where our first guest comes in. She is a published author. She is a proud mother of 2, but has 3 children. She is a wife of over 60 years. Please welcome my grandmother, Elaine Petersen, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo.
Hello, Elaine.
Hi, how everyone?
Good to see you. You're live from the kitchen, it looks like.
Yes, that's where I live, in the kitchen, doing dishes.
You have 3 children of your own, but you also have a husband who is also like a child.
Yes, he's my oldest child.
Is he behind you? I can hear him
mumbling. He just come in.
Perfect timing.
And how long have you been married?
61 years.
61 years, wow.
She get a price?
Yeah. Now, would you say it's an open or closed marriage?
In between.
Got it.
Well, every relationship is constantly evolving. I think that's important to remember.
Yes, we learn every day.
You've taught me a lot. You were certainly an influence on my comedy. My grandmother used to have a lot of puppetry and did shows around the nation. None of that's true. But do you remember My first comedy show experience was with you, but I was an infant, where you guys got tickets to see the late, great Rodney Dangerfield.
We were all excited to take the young children, and when we arrived and the show began, I was horrified because it was nothing like what you saw on TV. It was all bad language. And I was embarrassed for my grandchildren. My opinion is you don't really need that if you're really funny.
But what about for someone like Gary? Don't you think that's a crutch he could use in his comedy, the curse words?
No, I think he should perform without it. And I've told him that over the years.
Many times.
Basically, I'm not allowed to go to his performances, so I don't get too shocked.
I'm not that shocking, though. That example of you guys going to Rodney, I think it was part of the problem of comedy at the time is you only saw regular TV appearances, which all had to be TV clean in order to be aired.
Right.
So you think you're going to see somebody like that, but you get a version of that person, almost like a bait and switch, because nobody knew. I think that even though I was an infant, that I've probably been chasing that moment my entire life, performing at a show that the whole family walks out of.
Go ahead. My parents actually brought me to a Steve Martin show, and since then I thought I want to have white hair, and
I did mention your book. If you would hold that up for us, I helped organize or edit this book, but this is available on Amazon. It's Elaine's Book of Whispered Wisdom, great artwork by Paul Baldacini.
I wrote the book as a result of having attended a group class at church on how to hear God's voice. And after a while, it worked. I could pray and be quiet, and this inner voice would speak to me. So I began writing what I heard and did not realize what I wrote until I was finished, if you can understand that. It was a spiritual thing, and to my shock, the words that I got were words of wisdom. And so I began writing it down. After I had done this for some time, my husband thought I should put it in a book form, and it took me many years to go forward with it. And like Gary said, he was a big help helping me edit and make it into a book. He knew how to get on that computer and press all the right buttons. I never would have accomplished it. I'm not really a artistic author. It's very simple. To me, it's a total gift that was given to me to write.
I think you need to give yourself a little credit there, because we did edit it together. The way you described it to me, this was filtering. God spoke to you, and then you spoke to me. And what I found kind of interesting is sometimes God is not grammatically perfect.
Correct.
We would run-on sentences and things like that. I would be like, we got to change this around. And you're like, nope.
I know I've enjoyed writing with you. The way that I write is I get on a Zoom call with Gary, and then I talk, and Gary writes stuff down, and then at the end I take credit for what he's written.
And like Elaine's book, I have to ask for God's guidance to deal with Rob.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
A lot of run-on sentences. And even though I claim no divine intervention in those run-on sentences, I still insist that they remain intact.
There is something Rob found, though. Did you know the book has one review, Grandma?
Yes.
Yes, I believe it does.
You know who the
know-
review by?
From your aunt, I believe.
It is. Nanette, my aunt, wrote a very lovely review. We can't thank her enough.
I was in awe of the communication between Elaine and God. Everyone should learn how to remain silent and listen to the directions in which God wants people to go. So encouraging. 4 stars. Why not 5?
This is a perfect example of my family dynamic. We support each other. We love each other. We'll absolutely champion each other's work to a degree. Yeah, that makes me a little angry personally because we worked so hard on it. It's 4 out of 5 stars. Why didn't she give you 5 stars? Do you owe her money?
No.
Another thing I noticed on Amazon that I thought was interesting was your book on Amazon. It is $15 for paperback, $10 for the Kindle edition, or if you have Kindle Unlimited, it's free. But then there are used copies of your book for $30.99. 3 used copies, all $30.99. Has your book ever, was it ever that expensive? Or is it always
No.
been 15? Yeah, so I don't know. I guess
I don't know how they do that.
they're probably just not selling them because it's right next to the new copy.
Yeah,
And
right next to the garbage can, and they can't get rid of them.
there are 2 sellers selling 3 copies listed as used acceptable. So they're not big. We don't even know what shape they're in. And
They didn't even take care of them. It might be Grandpa trying to undercut our market. I mean, is he mailing out copies that you don't know about? Is there anything that Grandpa does that you don't know about?
I'm sure he does, like about every other day.
It's kind of cryptic.
Yeah.
You're in a semi-loving marriage, and you've been married for how long?
61 years.
And you dated for how long before that marriage?
About 4 years. I was a child bride.
That's frightening. You got married at 18?
19.
oh, is that why you're always saying you want a child bride? Just
about. We were dating when I was like 15 and a half.
Do you?
But I've known him all my life. I knew him when I was 3 years old. We grew up in the same neighborhood.
Was he known as the smelly kid, or
No.
Because I know my great grandmother Josephine cautioned you. Didn't you break up with
Yeah.
Grandpa?
That is true. I went with your grandfather for, I don't know, a few months. I suppose I'm not supposed to say this because it's not politically correct.
Oh, here we go.
But he was not Italian, which I'm Italian. And so she tried her best to make him out to be a horrible person. So I broke up with him.
What was Josephine's argument other than racism that you should break up with Grandpa
Oh,
Jim?
he's a no good. He's a no good. He was in jail. She made all these stories.
Whoa.
What was he in jail
Scared
for?
the crap out of me.
When my parents were courting, my mother was Irish, and her parents cautioned her against dating my father, who was half Irish. He was only 50%.
Okay.
Did Josephine get an invite to the wedding after all?
Oh, absolutely. She was very proud. She
It
was
did
an
work
odd
out.
person. She had hard time showing her affection.
I think that's maybe a family trait passed on from generation.
My mother was probably in her 70s. We said, "No, what do you think of Jim Petersen? What do you think of Jim?" And she said, he's better than nothing. That was, and so he has that little nickname. He's better than nothing.
Better than nothing.
Better than nothing.
I appreciate you stopping by. Elaine's book of Whispered Wisdom on Amazon. Check it out. Or you can buy it from my grandfather for triple the price currently. Thank you, Elaine.
Okay.
Oh, I threw her out. I always feel bad about that.
Yeah, but I do think it is good that you kicked her out because I saw earlier Alan is not wearing pants. Please welcome John Farrell.
Woo!
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it, guys. How you doing?
Oh, well, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Played some wiffle ball today with some comedian friends.
Oh, cool. Who's there?
Nice.
We had Sean Rosa. We had Tyler Derniak. We had Craig Bideman. We had Katie Ham. Josh Pick.
No headliners.
No headliners. Just a bunch of 8 and 9 batters, just dueling it out.
With wiffle ball, how serious do you get?
Very casual. I mean, I was wearing shorts, so that level. I'm not going to start screaming at someone. It just seems not fun.
Does Rob seem... Go ahead,
Do I
Rob.
seem
Sorry.
not fun? Yeah, I do seem not fun. Notice I wasn't. I live in Boston. I was not invited.
Are you a big wiffle ball fan?
I mean, is anyone?
Oh,
I think I feel exactly the same way about wiffle ball as everyone feels about wiffle ball, which is
it's very agreeable. I mean,
yeah.
you're not going to have everyone be like, oh, no way, I'm not doing that.
This is the great thing about wiffle ball is you're playing against another team maybe, but really you're just playing against the laws of physics. A terrible ball, a terrible bat, and you just got to work with it. But it kind of like, it brings everyone down to the same level. Like, I feel like people that are good at like regular baseball or softball can still suck at wiffle ball because it's just as hard.
Yeah, and the bat's it's real thin. It's almost as thin as the handle. You can swing as hard as you can, but even if you get good contact, the thing's barely getting out of the infield.
Yeah, and it really is very much based on wind. Next to flying a kite, it is the activity that can be ruined the most by a stiff wind.
If someone pulled out a kite, I don't think anyone would have disagreed either. Like, yeah, I guess we're flying kites today in the middle of this baseball diamond.
I know Rob did feel bad about not being invited to this event, but I mean, Rob, they are trying to protect you from obviously the main cause of death of a lot of people that your age range and build and stature,
Which is
of course being crushed by the wiffle ball.
I'm a diminutive man. I'm very small. The thing is, if it lands on your right, you can go in between the holes. But if it lands on the other side,
Rob sleeps in a sardine can with a little sheet that he rolls up with key.
yeah, I'm a big boy now. I don't sleep in a matchbox anymore.
There were some people playing volleyball 2-on-2 also at this park, and they were taking it far too seriously.
Were people wearing masks?
Everyone on the wiffle ball thing were. No one on the volleyball was very disrespectful. Also, one dude was wearing a shirt though, which was impressive.
I think it's fine to not wear a shirt as long as you're wearing a mask.
I don't think he was though.
Yeah.
Come on, man, just toss it on. What do you got to lose?
I went to a lake today, and there's just almost no one wearing masks, really. Of all the people there, like 10% were wearing masks, maybe.
It's upsetting.
We wore our masks, and then we were on flotation devices, and we went out to the middle of the lake. Then we took our masks off and put them in a bag so we could be safe.
And of course, in the middle of the lake, you peed.
We were talking about this earlier, Gary, about how you said you drank about 12 cups of coffee. I drank a lot of coffee this morning, and I was in the lake for 2 hours, maybe. I was pretty much peeing the whole time. I don't think I've ever been in a body of water that long and been peeing that high a percentage of the time. I was peeing non-stop, and it felt great. How about you? Anyone peeing while you were playing with the ball?
Worst host that I've ever. What else?
I want to accuse some people. I mean, I don't have the facts, but I'll say it. Tyler Derniak, he seemed like he was up to no good.
Yeah, he may have been peeing while he's out there.
Yeah, while he's casually playing first base, while there's no left-handed batters, so he's just kind of standing over there.
You can tell when he's like laying kind of down sideways, and the base is like kind of near his crotch, but lifted up. You're like, what is he doing underneath that base? He's peeing.
Yeah, his eye's not on the ball for sure. I mean, that's how seriously he takes wiffle ball.
To look at him, I would not think he's a good athlete. But the name Tyler Derniak kind of sounds like a good athlete, don't you think? Doesn't Derniak sound like a shortstop for the Detroit Tigers?
Oh yeah, real dirt dog. He's the local Nines favorite, but not the national favorite.
Yeah. Since they outlawed chewing tobacco, just choose like 4 whole packs of gum at a time, all game.
Oh yeah, he's nearly sponsored by Big League Chew.
Rob gives up the impression that he would be a baseball player that only ate his shirts during the game. Like you chew on the collar.
Are we talking like a rec league jersey, like with like probably with a pizza name on the back?
I'm going major league. Like
they
let him in the box because they felt bad. The bus hit them on a road trip.
Do you guys know that I own a softball team?
Really? What's the name?
Anderson Comedy.
I should know that.
Did you coach the bat boy, or what did you do, Rob? What was your role?
Yet to show up to a game, but I was going to this season, and then I didn't do anything ever again for the rest of my life.
What kind of glove you got?
I literally have never been to a game. I do have a shirt though. I have a shirt that says my name on the back of it. That's the limit of my. And I got a shirt for John Paul Rivera that says just plain rude on the back.
I want a shirt.
I was supposed to get a shirt for Liam McGurk with the number 730, but then it didn't happen.
John, you're a funny comedian. From what I read on your own website. How long have you been doing it?
3 years, roughly. I think the first time I started, I remember seeing you at Thunder Bar.
Is there anything that stands out as maybe top 10 worst gigs you've done over the years?
Not including this, by the way.
And I remember I went up this this one open mic I've never been to before. And there was some guy sitting right up front, and he looked at me and he just put headphones in.
Yeah, that's like
stop.
such a great heckle.
He might not even been listening to anything. He could have just made that illusion.
So many heckles are so negative that you just go, well, fuck that guy. One person just like, it just is really, it's just the passive aggressive nature of it is so hurtful.
I think about that guy at least once a week.
I had someone in the front row of an open mic I was hosting. She was on her stupid phone like this. The front row of an open mic, like comics were like, please look up, please look at me. And I just said, you have to leave. It's like, why? And I was like, you're the worst. You're ruining everybody's life by sitting there in the fucking front, but being on your phone. Like, it's an open mic. These are fragile, puppy. Like, I can't imagine being like my first time on stage and someone in the front row is actively not giving a shit. And we got into it. She's a troll online, so I regret nothing.
Started hosting an open mic years and years ago. It was a crowded bar where there were often people there that weren't there for the comedy show. And there was this guy who was in the back heckling, and I was coaching with my friend Adam. And I never would do this now, but I said, if you're so funny, why don't you tell jokes? And the guy was like, no. And at the time we had a wireless mic. So Adam just walked back and just put the mic in the guy's hand. And the guy was like, okay. And then he like walked up with the wireless mic back onto the stage and did like 3 tight minutes of solidly good stand-up. Really, it was very, like, he clearly never done stand-up before, but just nailed it first time out. And that shouldn't have happened like that.
No.
It's like the teacher pulling up to the chalkboard and be like, wow, they do know Pythagorean theorem. Fuck.
We appreciate you stopping by and opening the show and following my grandmother. Tough act to follow. I love you both the same. Thank you for stopping by. How can people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at John Farrell 24. Mm-hmm. And I should be on there tweeting my little heart away.
Please welcome Taylor Slingerland.
Thanks, Gary.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
I'm good. Just got married. Feels pretty cool.
And you got gay married, which is even better than real marriage.
For those of you that don't know, a gay year is 37 hetero years. So we've actually been together quite some time now.
Why is a gay year more?
I mean, if I have to be blunt about it, I just think that sodomy makes life move slower.
Just like quarantine.
I don't know why. It's just...
So if you combine sodomy and quarantine.
It's been a week, right? It was fresh marriage.
Yeah, I think it's been like 11 days now. And so far, it's okay.
Starting to have that 11-day itch.
Yeah. Like regretting not signing the prenup, but normally I would plan everything because I'm very type A, but people were like, no, it's your special day. Let us take care of it. Ian's my husband. Oh my God, that's like the first time I've said that. Hate the way that sounds.
On air.
Really?
My partner.
Hate the way
my sister will figure out how to live stream it. Don't worry. And I had no idea what the setup was going to be. And they told me like 10 minutes before the ceremony that she couldn't figure it out. And I turned into a bridezilla. And I was like, you said she would figure it out. I would have figured this out a week ago.
Yeah, man.
You better figure it out. So
like that, because Gary can be a real streaming Zoom comedy show zilla.
Yeah. So,
Rob, you need to center your head in the frame. Center your head. Rob, center your head. Center it. Center your head. Rob has a lot of water weight in his neck.
Is this good, Gary? Am I
That's
good?
perfect.
in that.
It's as good as it's going to get. So you had sort of a virtual thing?
Yeah, so unbeknownst to me, it streamed on Facebook Live. and it wasn't even a private thing. Like anyone could fucking watch it. Oh my God, this isn't like what I had envisioned on Pinterest, but fine. There's like a scrolling feed of like live comments. People could just like tweet like, oh, like his shirt's buttoned wrong, or oh, Ian's having a really good hair day. It was just like kind of some chatter I wasn't expecting, but it kind of created a fun ambiance.
Was there a lot of
Your
people
wedding-
it's like all caps, gay! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point.
Yeah, it actually ended with one of our good friends saying like, wait, Taylor's gay?
A new class of wedding where you can almost digitally heckle.
It really makes you wonder like what else you want to do, like live streaming. Like I got married on the internet. What if I die on the internet?
I mean, Rob's gonna die on the internet. Have you heard of chat roulette?
Chat Russian roulette is the one that I use. It's a little bit different, but it's, I think, more exciting.
Taylor, you are from Florida.
Between Miami and Fort Lauderdale, kind of like between the Jews and the rednecks.
Between the Jews and the Rednecks.
That's
Is
how
your
I
first
describe
album title.
Gary's appearance. It's like,
It's the bread that holds the jelly that is Taylor together.
what does Gary look like? The Jews and the rednecks, you know? It depends on what hat he's wearing, really.
I'm lucky that I escaped Florida. I know most people don't. They don't even realize that they have choices. They just stay.
Best capital building of any state.
It is kind of hot. My wedding cake was actually a penis.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not even joking.
Was
We
it
went to-
tiered like a wedding cake, or was it
No,
one dimension?
it was kind of just like slopped on there. We went to Vine American. It's like a party city, but like more methamphetamine. So we went there and got some decorations. And then we like bought everything. We just got like some tinsel and fake flowers. And then we saw like this red curtain. And it was like, must be 18 or older to enter. And it was all the bachelorette stuff. And I was like, oh my God, we have to go in. And they had this like penis cake pan. It was $50 and I bought it.
Well, you know, I mean, at least you can reuse it. It's not like you're buying it for one cake. You can make penis cakes for all.
Yeah, every cake is now going to be a penis cake.
4th of July, Veterans Day, Memorial Day,
My birthday.
Gary's Day.
I hate to burst your bubble on your purchase here, but maybe the size, maybe the penis pan size does matter. Wink. But I shit you not. That's
Well,
beautiful.
if I've learned anything from the Carvel ice cream cakes, depending on the icing, that would turn into a Santa very easily.
A whale of a dick. I swear on Rob's life. If you go to a party store, I believe it's the Dora the Explorer cake pan. It is a dick. It is shaped like a dick. Her head is kind of balls and her body is slim and then pointed. Next marriage, you might want to invest in the Dora pan.
How much was it?
It was like 20.
Less than half the price.
I don't know what the most amount of money is that I would pay for a penis pan, but it was more than $50.
Taylor, so you got married on Zoom on the internet,
Yeah.
but you also, am I wrong with this? Did you start doing stand-up during the quarantine, or did you do stand-up before?
I started like 2 weeks before this all happened, and then I kind of got like this strange message from the universe, like, do not do stand-up comedy.
You're starting stand-up in the hardest way you can do it, which is great, because then if the world ever goes back to normal, which it may not, it's gonna be so much easier for you than all these people that have just been waiting, just focusing on internet bullying instead of going to Zoom mics.
It's important to have options, though. I'm also studying to be a real estate agent.
Could you sell us the home you're currently in? Rob and I are partners in a loveless marriage.
The love is gone, but the sex is still.
It's still fine enough. But John is the reason we're still together. He's, too young for us to split up. We feel kind of guilted. He's a foster baby as well. There was a lot of paperwork to get that done in LA County. You have to go through at least 2 forms to get a child. So-
Benjamin Button disease.
So, John, you're our child. Rob and I will be the partners. Taylor, let's role play you selling us the house you're currently in, just to get you ready. And I feel like this could help.
Well, this is it. It's a 1 bedroom, no bath. This lamp right here, which we're gonna consider. Whoa, knocked over the light fixture over there. This light fixture can be yours because I'm selling the house as is.
All
That
the
means
furniture's included, yeah.
all the furniture is included.
How are the schools in the area?
The stools.
Schools.
Schools.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Thought you were talking about poop. For Hollywood, you know, like being in a school is good. So we have a school.
My partner and I haven't really decided whether we're going to let our child, John, go to school. But if we did a homeschool type program, that we could convert some of the space to be like a mini classroom, like an open concept.
Like a little
Probably.
desk, little box to lock him in if he's bad during the school.
Huh?
Yeah, like a little box, like a kennel, like a baby, like a child kennel to lock
With
him.
numbers and letters, assumingly.
Whatever. The point is, it teaches you a lesson.
Asking price is 1.2.
You guys take cash,
I prefer
Venmo,
loans.
bank loans, or Venmo.
Yeah.
What about Bitcoin? Do you,
My cryptocurrency is on the fritz.
If I'm going to buy this house today, I'm going to need a guarantee. I'm going to need to know that I will never find Rob with another person in this bedroom. Can you guarantee that to me?
I think that what you're saying is homophobic.
I'm going to counteroffer and say, I want this bedroom to be only Gary and I to get out of here.
We could do that too.
Would you possibly be willing to take trade on the house?
I don't like Pokemon cards. I don't know what currency you had in mind.
You've met our son, and he's a good boy. He's a good worker. He listens to reason. He's clean and buttoned up. We will give you this child for this house, yes or no?
No.
I like the way you do business. I think I'm going to buy this house. Shake my hand. Shake my hand. That's a done deal. That's a done deal. I think you're going to be a great agent.
Thank you.
Any feedback, Rob?
There's a bunch of mopeds going by. They're real loud, so I just muted myself for a minute. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Oh, yeah. It's the moped parade. I forgot.
It was pretty cool. If I wasn't trying to do a comedy show, I would have been excited to see it. A lot of them were doing wheelies. It's fun.
Taylor, I have many, many contacts in the real estate business as well. Century 21,
Century 22.
Century 23. I'll set you up with a list. Are you going to be a bench ad or a billboard ad?
Blimps is the market that we're focusing on.
Do you have a slogan?
Well, my last name is Slingerland, so I think Taylor's Homes. Buy one today.
A lot of real estate agents, like comedians, have headshots. Let's see the picture of what you would pose as. That's a sale. That's a sale.
Do you want to see what mine would be if I was doing a real estate bus stop ad? It'd be this.
John, what would yours be?
I definitely go shoulders like this and just. I think that sells it, you know. I'm thinking about the sale.
I would do an action pose because obviously the market's flooded with a lot of staging. So I would want to look busy. I'd want people to know that I'm a very busy closer. So I would have my phone up. I'd be going. That's Taylor, how can people find you?
They can follow me on either Instagram at Taylor from Florida or on Twitter at a different handle because someone took that. I believe my Twitter is at Taylor but funny, but I primarily use it to complain about businesses.
What are some businesses you complain about?
Airbnb.
Yeah.
Take them down.
They banned me,
Really?
Ooh.
I swear to God, and they will not tell me why.
Do you have a guess?
I can make many guesses based on the no info that they gave me. So just to grab attention of a CEO or something, I was like, maybe if I start saying Airbnb is homophobic on Twitter, they'll unban me. But instead, I just got a message saying that they were going to politely disengage with me.
You didn't trash any Airbnbs. You didn't like Guns N' Roses or room or something.
No,
You didn't steal any furniture or
no.
push a TV out of a window.
Like I said, I wish I had something to show for it. My husband just has to do all the bookings. Next time, I'm going to take a picture inside of the Airbnb that he books and email it back to them and be like, "Gotcha, guys."
Thank you, newlywed Taylor Slingerland.
This last act is neither a comedian nor your grandma.
They are known meditation expert. Please welcome Hope and Dipper. Hear you? Hope and Dipper. Sound?
There.
They're pretty mad. Looks like they're in some sort of a purgatory-like structure.
Okay.
Oh.
Hello?
Yep, we can hear you.
Hi. Hi, everybody. Thank you for having me, Gary. Thank you, Rob, for having us. My name is Hope, and this here is Dipper, and we are guided meditation experts. And it's fucking bugs. And we're going to...
You guys are outside?
Yeah, we're outside. We live technically outside.
Okay.
It isn't a structure, but, you know, it is... There's no Wi-Fi near us, so we are just outside behind a Starbucks getting there at Wi-Fi, which is still working even if you can't go inside. We'd like to do some guided meditations for you. Is that okay?
That would be lovely. I've actually been getting into a couple meditation apps, trying to calm out.
Those are all wrong. All those apps are wrong.
Really?
I swear to you that. If you need one app, I suggest mozzarella sticks. But that's just a little joke. We won't do many of those. We're going to do one kind of general one to get everybody in the mood.
That would be amazing. I really could use a little guidance today.
Fucking bugs. Okay.
Are there
that
a lot
sounds
of
great.
mosquitoes around you or something? It seems
There
like
is an insane amount of mosquitoes around us. Okay, start playing your guitar. Okay, everybody. Now, I want you to think about yourself. Who am I? Everyone close your eyes. Your eyes closed? Is everyone's eyes? So now, you're probably thinking to yourself, I am worthless. I am nobody loves me. A piece of shit. Why even go to work tomorrow? They're going to fire me. They're going to fire me because everyone's going to realize everyone in my office knows that I am a fraud. But you can't think push those thoughts way out of your head. You're thinking to yourself, why not just jump off an overpass and land into traffic? Okay, but you can't think like that. First, I want you to imagine that you're walking through a forest. There's no shit. I was supposed to say that. Okay, hold on. Okay, start it over. Okay, come out of here. I want you to imagine you're walking down a forest. Okay, and you can see the forest through the trees. You know where you're going, and that's when you look down. You realize no path. You can't see the sky because the trees are so wide that you can't see around you either. Because you have you. And even though the forest seems massive, and it seems like you don't even know when you'll get out of it, you know you're okay. And then you hear a branch starts to break, and you turn, and you see the dragon, and a dragon is walking around the forest, and you see him, and you gotta slow and you kill the dragon, and it gives you immense power, and the moment you do it, you know you're full of inner peace. And you keep walking through that forest, covered in the blood of a dragon. Good, Dip. That was good. Stop playing the guitar when I'm done with it, okay? Don't talk to me. Just stop playing when I need you to, okay? Gary, you can open your eyes, buddy. Hey, Gary.
Hey.
Did you really feel like you were in a forest there?
I did. I felt like a few moments the forest was, all around me, and
Yeah.
what I found. Oh.
Sorry.
Are you?
What did you find?
I found the dragon part was a little disconcerting. Are you wearing pants?
No, Gary, I'm not exactly wearing pants right now. The thing is that we are, like I said, we're just shit behind a Starbucks, and to get to here, you do have to jump over a fence, and the pants kind of got stuck, but that's okay. We're managing. There's just more skin for the goddamn mosquitoes. Yeah, there's a lot more skin for the mosquitoes. It wasn't the brightest idea. Maybe we should have brought a second pair of pants. Gary, I heard you were having some issues, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
Now,
say again. You cut out. You cut out. He looks like he's having a little technical difficulties.
shit. Okay. Hey, we back? Are we back?
We're back.
Okay, good. Dib, give me. I need a smoke. Give me a smoke, please. For the love of God, Dib, just give me a smoke. Now, Gary, you're having some issues, or Rob was stressing you out?
Do you always smoke when you meditate?
It really fucking helps. It really fucking helps, man. Oh man. So tell me about your problems.
I feel like we've known each other for a long time, and we've gotten to that familiar point of we're best friends, and we twist each other's nerves, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know. I know it. You got this idiot next to me, you know? All right, Gary, let me do one specifically for you, okay? Rob, is this okay with you?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, please.
Yeah, you don't seem to care. You seem to be a real dip about it, you know? I can see you, Gary. Close your eyes. Thank you.
They're
Thank
close. They're close.
Yeah, I see they're closed now. Okay, good. Okay. So I want you to imagine that you and Rob are walking hand in hand on the beach. Do you walk hand in hand usually?
Yeah, usually.
Okay, don't talk. That was a rhetorical question. Okay, don't talk. Okay, this is your guided meditation. You don't talk.
So stupid, Gary.
Rob, he's doing this because of you. So what are you eating? What are you eating? Popcorn?
Oh, I'm eating some popcorn.
Okay, that's good. Eat some popcorn. That's fine. Okay. Shit. Okay, so Gary, you and Rob are walking hand in hand on the beach. Not the buttery popcorn hand, the other hand, okay? And you hear the waves crashing. Do some wave crashes. Okay. It's easier when he's next to you, but we can't be next to you, obviously. So you're walking hand in hand. You're stepping in the waves, crashing. You feel the little sand because you're all barefoot. You only walk barefoot on the beach. We're not psychos, okay? We're not. That's what separates us from the animals, right? We can take off our shoes. That's another little joke. Oh fuck! A bug flew in my mouth. I'm not gonna laugh anymore because a bug flew in my mouth. Oh God. Okay. So you feel the sand in your toes, and there's no goddamn bugs. There's not a goddamn bug on the beach at all. That's kind of the beauty of the beach. None of these goddamn mosquitoes. Okay, but you're calm. And you bend down and you see a piece of sea glass. Do you know what sea glass is, Gary? And don't you dare answer that question, okay? But I want you to think about if you know what sea glass is. What sea glass is it's garbage. It's garbage that's been thrown into the ocean and whipped against the sand, whipped against the waves over and over again until it becomes this beautiful piece of glass. Okay? And it's rounded. Okay, there's no sharp edges. It's not going to cut you. It's just rounded. Okay, and you see it and you pick it up and you go, "Hey, Rob, I have this sea glass here for you as a token of my appreciation of this friendship." And then you look right in Rob's eyes, and over his shoulder, rising from the sea, is one large dragon. And the dragon starts to rip Rob into pieces, and you go, "I know you." And then the dragon falls back into the ocean. And now you're alone on the beach. Peace at last. That peace at last is the last line. You know that. Thank you. Give me another one. Give me another one. Just give me another one. Gary, did that help?
I'm glad that we did it and it's done.
Rob, can I help you with a problem?
Well, I'm kind of coming to the realization that the job I've spent my entire adult life to do no longer exists, and I have no professional prospects, and I'm mere months away from inevitable destitution.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, we can do something for that, right? Yeah, we can do something for that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Rob, just close your eyes.
Okay.
And just try to not eat popcorn for like 2 minutes. Just while we do this, just to relax, okay? Because we're all trying to relax, okay?
It's a big ask.
Oh, I'm beginning to see that. He's stressing me out too. So I feel you. I feel you. I feel you, Gary. Okay. But please don't talk. Okay. I can't stress that enough. You can't talk during the meditation. Okay. That's a real. All right. And Rob, your eyes closed. I can't see. Don't answer that. But okay, good. You're shaking your head. That's good. Okay. Okay. So Rob. Shit. It's on my fucking forehead. Okay. So Rob, what I want you to imagine is you're walking, but you're nowhere. There's nothing there, okay? There's just black all around you. And you think to yourself, do I have a job? Did I waste my life doing this shit? Do I have a career? You're thinking, did I waste my life doing this? Okay? And you're walking through the nothing, and you realize there's no one else exists except for me. I am alone. There is no career. There is no me.
Sorry, just me. No one exists except for me or me, you.
I'm sorry. Did you just talk to me in the middle of this?
You weren't clear.
I don't have a problem. I don't have a single problem, okay? I don't know how much more clear I can make that, but this is for you, okay? And you're walking through the nothing, and you think, am I wasting my life here? Am I wasting my time? You hear, all of a sudden, a gunman, and a man with a gun is behind you. And you think, oh my God, he's got a gun. What do I do? Oh man, none of my problems have severe anymore because a man has a gun to my head, and I'm just out behind some Starbucks, okay? And all of a sudden he steals my pants, and I have to go on this fucking online show. And I go with some excuse why I don't have pants anymore. But all of a sudden, I got shit. And this guy's gonna pull my fucking head off. When a man shoots you in and out, bullet goes right through you, in and out, and allow that to be the pain. Did that help, Rob? You can answer now. It's over.
Yeah, I felt pretty good to imagine getting shot.
Yeah, but the bullet goes right through you.
Right. Yeah, that's how bullets work.
Yeah, and then you're
They
dead.
go right through
You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, then you're dead. It's pretty good.
You're dead.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
good.
I always imagined Rob would be shot by somebody, but I never knew it would be in an armed robbery situation. I always thought it was maybe post-show for people having to sit through what he said.
Well, I mean, after everyone gets through what he said, they're like, I'm going to shoot that guy and take his money. Did I help you guys out? Do you guys feel more calm?
The dragon imagery, I think, really helped me.
But don't play. Don't play when I'm just talking to them. You don't play, okay? You and I, remember? You and I are one. Yeah, you get it, but you're not doing it with me. All right. We're going to take some license here, and we're going to do one of our favorite songs that calms us down, and that's been getting us through the pandemic. How's that?
That sounds great.
This is one of our favorite feel-good songs.
Do we close our eyes?
You can close your eyes. You can close your eyes. That's great. This is just a song. This isn't really a guided meditation. If you want to if that's going to help you, listen to the song, close your eyes. Okay? I do it while I'm driving. I do it while I'm walking. Close your eyes. It makes you feel good, okay? The day is long, the night is yours alone, the night, and you think you've had enough. You're wrong. Don't let yourself go, 'cause nobody should cry, and nobody should hurt. Ever. The day and night is long. Jesus fucking Christ. Stop talking about goddamn apes. You know you've seen enough. And Dip is just playing that fucking riff still. And he knows he's going to the next part, but he's just not doing it. And that starts to anger you. But you're not going to just leave. You're just going to keep doing it until Dip starts playing the next part of the song. Please, for Christ's sakes. Don't let yourself go. Was that you or was that me? I swear to God, that was you. 'Cause nobody should cry. And nobody should hurt. Ever. That was just Just do one. Just do one. This means one. Just one. Just one. Just play it. No, get this hand out of here. Just do one. Get out of. That was all you had to do. Okay, that was the whole song. Dip kind of fucked up the ending of it, but that was. Are you guys? Did that help you as a group? Is that going to get you through the pandemic? Is that going to help you out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody should hurt ever.
What?
Nobody should hurt ever. That's what you were saying.
Yeah, nobody should hurt ever. I made that exceptionally clear. Okay, you guys are really stressing me out now. I don't even have a cigarette. I haven't had a cigarette in 7 years. Okay.
You just had one.
You had 2 during your meditation.
Those don't count. No, don't give me. Don't. All right. Yeah. Give me it. Give me it. Fuck it. I'll break right now. I'll be as calm as we got. I hope that made you as calm as we got.
How do we find your stuff? Is it on deadandmellow.com?
Yeah, you can look on deadandmellow.com. You can follow us at Dead and Mellow. It's a very nice group. We have an album coming out through there of all guided meditations to make you feel better through the night, okay? Christ, 3 cigarettes in one night, Dib. That's what you're doing to me. That's what you're doing to me. Thank you guys so much for having us. I'm sorry about Dib. Don't come over here when I turn it.
Hope and
Yeah,
Dipper closing the
thank
show.
That was great.
Thank you for joining us, as always. I am Gipper. This is Rob Creany. If you enjoyed yourself and you want to patronize us, is that the right term? Give us $5 on Venmo at Gipper 2020. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Grandma, I love you. And
I love
we
you.
will. Thanks for stopping by. And one more time for Elaine Petersen, everybody.
Nice to meet everyone. Have a lovely evening.
Thank you.
All right. Good night.
Bye. You want me to sign off?
I think I can kick you off. Let me see.
Okay. If that's the way you feel, do it.
All right. I'll see.